Other noises people make.
So this is the Completely Inappropriate Podcast, in case you guys have not figured that out at this juncture. Hi, I am Tony, along with
Frank.
And then you got
Will, the white boy.
Hi Will, how are you?
Not too bad.
So, last time we recorded, we ended up losing the episode in the last 5 minutes. So
shit.
It really sucked. Where we discussed, it was the episode you were supposed to be on, but you didn't fucking show up.
I apologize.
So we'll get to that. Before we get to that, since we did lose that episode, I'm going to remind Frank, because nobody else heard it, that when he said that, we initially started talking about this little native, where is he from? Australian boy? Aborigines kid? Quaden.
Yeah.
Quavo. Little baby Quavo, the little 9-year-old who's got dwarfism.
Okay.
He went viral because his mom posted a video of him crying, saying that he wanted, give me a knife, I want to kill myself already. Because kids were picking on him at school. Well, this kid's apparently a 9-year-old. He was an influencer and like was always decked out in all this like really nice clothing and gear and shit on it, at least on his posts, right? So I imagine he was a little bit of a fucking little turd about it too, you know. But
yeah.
But when you're a dwarf, you also are easier to pick on. So people just fucking started hammering it to him, I guess, at some point. So he goes home crying. He goes viral for this video. Then this guy, who's a famous comedian who also has dwarfism, called Brad Williams, decides to pick up the cause and say, hey, I'm going to start a GoFundMe to get this kid to Disney World, or Disneyland or whatever, right?
That seems like he'd get lost in the luggage.
Right? So, before we get to any jokes on it, I want to finish this, because we always get sidetracked. So, this guy, Brad Williams, starts his GoFundMe, goes famous, right? Frank, this is the first news that drops about it, right? So Frank texts me about, hey, we should talk about this kid Quaden. So I started looking it up. Oh yeah, that's fun. Yeah, and this Brad Williams guy. And then immediately after that, he goes, hey, so we're gonna have William on this weekend after all. So in my head, I'm like, wait, you got Williams on? Williams, because we were just talking about Brad Williams, the comedian. I was like, how did you manage that? Like, what do you mean? I just asked him. Like, holy shit, dude, you're like the world's greatest producer. How the fuck did you do you not understand that this guy's like a legitimate comedian? Like, he's well known and shit. So for a good, I'd say 45 minutes, and he thinks that I'm just fucking with him. Like, dude, it's just like, what? And then I'm like, are we not gonna have to pay him? Like, no, why would we pay him? Because this whole time he's talking about, you know, like, how the hell, man? Like, well, maybe, and I'm sitting there like, well, maybe I just know about him. Like, maybe I got this underground scoop on who Brad Williams is. I know he's a good comedian and people don't know yet, so he's still doing like rinky-dink podcasts for free and shit. So this is going on in my head for a good 3 hours thinking like, we're finally about to blow up, man. And then he's like, I don't know how the fuck it ended up coming out, but he's like, no, dumbass, William, the Marine that we had on before, like, you son of a bitch, I thought we had a famous comedian coming on the podcast talking about this Quavo Quaden kid that's getting picked on and what's the latest, it's like,
oh my god.
So yeah, it was an ordeal for a weekend.
Sorry to absolutely crush you.
And then not only was I disappointed with the fact that it was just you, but then you don't even have the fucking respect enough for this podcast either to even show up that day. I'm like, oh, come on, Will.
I do apologize for that.
We're just not good enough for any of you Wills.
Oh, the Will was just not with you that day.
Anyway, so that was just to introduce Will back to the show, everybody. So this is a Completely Inappropriate Podcast. Frank, you want to let them know where they can find us?
You can find us in the Twitterverse under Completely Inapp, on the Instagrams under CI Podcast. You can email us at completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com with all questions, comments, concerns. You can find us on the Facebooks under Completely Inappropriate Podcast and on the YouTubes and on the BitChute with some underscores. Completely _inappropriate podcast.
Yeah, check us out on BitChute too. It's worth it. We got some interesting little vlog work that Frank throws up there. That's BitChute exclusive, right? You don't put that on YouTube, do you? Or does it go YouTube like? What, one is like edited and one isn't or some shit?
Well, they're edited different when they, cause YouTube is a fucking dick about fucking
like music in the background and shit like that, right? Yeah. So anyway,
As we noticed, which is why you have an LP, but you can't play it or show it.
I know. I really wanted to. Well, I guess I could have just left the record up there for aesthetic purposes, right? We could
True.
My son's broken dinosaur. And
Yeah, and it actually is a functional record player. We tested this out earlier. It's wonky.
Well, they sell them. The record player isn't wonky. It's the records that are wonky because they're from like the 80s and they haven't had a.
Hey, fucker, we're from the 80s.
Barely. I'm 89, bitch. Y'all are old.
Fuck you too. Wow.
I'm sorry. Where in the 80s are you? Right around 85. Yeah, you're a half a decade older than me. You fucking old man.
Oh my god.
I'm 96. I don't know what the fuck.
Wow.
All right, 84. You're all right. Don't worry about it. It'll be okay. No one listens to the podcast that would fuck you anyway. Don't worry about it.
Harsh.
I know.
On yourself.
Even what? I said wouldn't fuck him. I'm sure somebody would fuck me.
Well, you do have a kid, so.
Yeah.
Fuck trophy?
I got profies. I sounded like a bad STD.
Oh no, you've got profies, bro.
I'm spreading profies everywhere. Anyway, check this out. This is me as a Little League baseball.
You goofy looking motherfucker.
I was a goofy looking motherfucker. That's why I lived a life like Frank until puberty. This is pre-puberty.
Yeah.
Thanks for the laughter. Well, you know what? We'll throw this up on social media because we can't talk about it enough. Put it up there. I'll let people laugh at my expense. I'm quite good at it. That's why I do this podcast. So, Will.
Yes.
Why didn't you show up? Let's get back into the podcast. Sorry.
Well, short answer is that now I have family members that are taking cancer treatments and they were hospitalized that weekend.
Ouch. Yeah, I think we talked a little bit about it on the Lost episode. That'll be thrown in at some point.
Yeah,
so
a little bit.
We don't have to get too much into it here and bring down the crowd.
No, but it is kind of funny because now my father-in-law talks about radioactive piss.
Yeah, does it
So-
glow in the dark?
I haven't checked.
It doesn't. I already checked my father-in-law's.
Oh, okay.
No.
I know that some radioactivity glows. It's not cool because if it does glow, you're gonna die.
Yeah,
Like,
wait,
it's not safe for human consumption.
the radium girls
Something.
that used to lick anyway.
Oh, the ones that got mouth cancer because they were doing the
The phosphorus thing.
There was radium.
It wasn't
in
phosphorus.
It was radium in the paint.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't know. Tell us more, Frank. Don't just say phosphorus.
No, yeah, well, that was my understanding. There was phosphorus, but no, it's like this fucking.
What were they painting?
They were painting watches. They were painting watches for bomber pilots.
Oh, but it was the glow in the dark shit. That's what.
For the 12, 3, 6, and 9.
Holy
and
shit! And we all used to wear those too, man.
But that was radium from the 40s.
So
That's what they
not-
had glow in the dark because it would, pop up as long as they had a light on it. They could shine a little light on their watch and be like, oh, okay, now I can see it for the next hour.
How crazy!
And they, when they were painting it, would stick it in their mouth, give it a little twirl, so that way you have a very fine point on this ridiculous ass paintbrush.
Well, yeah, because they had to paint watch faces. Of course, everybody's seen a watch face. Well, for those of you who only do Apple Watches now, you fucking. What's that? The new generation, not millennials. What's after millennials?
Zoomers?
Z.
Y. No, Z.
It's Z. Are they the
Yeah.
Z kids now?
Yeah.
Is it something?
Sure. Whatever. Yeah, those little
Hey,
fuckers.
but they're
digital
old
watches.
enough to go vote now because it is 2020. So
Whoa, no, they have to be at least 16. Come on now.
18. The Democrats want to bump it down to 16.
Yeah, that's the joke, dude.
Oh, okay.
Keep up.
Okay.
oh god, is he old enough to know that joke?
I don't know. Not in 96.
Yeah,
not in 96.
96.
No. So,
But yeah, they had to get the paintbrushes at an extremely fine point, so they would just twirl it in their mouth, as you do if you're painting shit in the 40s.
so do you think their husbands' dicks glowed?
It's a possibility.
It's
Yeah,
a possibility, but probably not, right? Because
It came out-
fellatio was like super like not
It's
a
a
thing
negative
until
thing.
like the 70s, till Deep Throat came out.
It was like, I knew about it because
Right, I know
it
some
was
shit.
in 1,000 Ways to Die, and apparently some of these women, they would put it on themselves and then go home to their husbands and have glow-in-the-dark sex.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
When it's not
fucking
toxic.
it's
when it's
bad,
not toxic. Yeah.
but I'm saying that's that helped accelerate.
God, all this talk makes me want to go buy a lava lamp and have a night with my wife.
I have one.
I need some.
And I have had one.
But you need like 3 of them. You need at least 3 to light up the whole room in like different colors. You know?
We have 2.
Oh, you need 1 more. Some about 3s. I think good things come in 3s instead of bad
threesomes.
things.
Threesomes definitely.
I'm not allowed to have those no more.
You poor bastard.
I've had a couple.
Yeah, they are. They are fun.
At least I've got the memories. The memories are much worth.
It helps with your spank bank.
Well, yeah, and then the memories are always just like a little bit better, you know, than the reality was at the time. But that's kind of a lie because reality is pretty fucking good at the time. It's hard. It's in there for a reason. Frank,
You're
weren't
pensive.
you- I remember there was a time you told me about I think it was on the pod too. You talked about being tunnel buddies with somebody.
Tunnel buddies?
Yeah, with Rob.
Was it with Rob?
Yeah.
Oh, that's who it was, and I wanted to get that story recorded, so that might not have been recorded. Tell us about your tunnel buddy experience with fellow Marine.
Well, I mean, I already told it on the podcast.
Was it on the pod?
But yeah.
I haven't heard
Well, let's remind the people.
Yeah, this chick was like, hey, somebody fucking come pick me up. I just want to fucking get out of the house, blah, blah, blah. So I went and I picked her up, right, and she was like, yeah, fucking, let's get some beers. Fuck me up. And I'm like, okay. So I did that.
Let's get fucked up.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh, you know what'll really get her fucked up? If she did some coke and shit. I'm like, you know who always has fucking cocaine?
Cocaine.
Rob. So I'm
Why do
like,
you say cocaine like cocaine like you're fucking
Like he's Roxo.
Dewey Cox, man.
Dr. Roxo. Oh, that's right, Dewey Cox story.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I think I want some of that cocaine.
I was thinking of
No, Dewey, you don't.
Galifianakis, man.
Is that Galifianakis?
Yeah, it sounds like the way he would say it in
No, it's because of the beard. You see a fat guy with a beard and you think,
Well, no, that's the way he talks in this fucking movie. He never pronounces things like exactly right, so he seems stupid. Anyway, continue with yours.
so yeah.
So you
and-
figure Rob is gonna be the one to
So,
get
so
to the
not only
cocaine.
are you like, yeah, let me fuck this girl up, at her request, of
At
course.
her request, obviously.
But are you then offering the cocaine from,
No.
like, apropos of her
No, it's
saying
because-
anything?
No, it's because if it normally when I show up that late at night, he's got all his guys and somebody has cocaine on them somewhere. So then I hit up Rod. I'm like, hey man, fucking where you at? And he's like, oh, I'm fucking downtown with this one guy. And I'm like, cool. Are you gonna have an after party? And he's like, fuck yeah. And I'm like, awesome. And I tell the chick, I'm like, hey, you want to go to an after party? And she's like, fuck yeah. And I'm like, okay, now we gotta wait for it. Now we gotta wait a bit because, you know, after midnight, after 2 in the morning,
We gonna
after
let
party,
it all hang
right?
down.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Sorry.
we'll just kill some time till the guy gets home.
Alright, cool.
So we did that. And then I hit him up again, and I'm like, hey man, where you at? And he's like, oh, I'm heading home right now. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna head over there. So I,
There's a lot of detail in the story.
The details are important. The devil is in the details.
That's where you figure out what he really
but
is.
you get mad at me because I fucking skipped the details. I'm like, and then we did it. And you're like, what? Did what?
What did you do? You murdered her?
How do you think he got that bloody knife in his trunk, dude?
So when you said you're tunnel buddies, you mean you left her in the tunnel?
Maybe.
Holy shit.
So you're going over to
Get the
homie's
tape,
house.
get the tape, erase it. Alright, so yeah, you're going to homie's house.
Yeah, so I go over and fucking, mind you, fucking all this time she was telling me about how fucking she has no sex life and her husband fucking can't get it up and all that shit.
Well, cocaine doesn't really help you get it up either.
Well,
It doesn't help the guy get it up, it helps get her heart
Okay,
racing.
so her motor runs, but yours
Get
doesn't
motor
run.
running. Head out on the highway. See, we can't play the music, but I can sing it.
Yeah, because it's your own
run.
rendition.
Yeah, it's all good, baby.
so yeah, she's fucking
protection has expired, sir.
Yes.
practically telling me fucking I need the cock and I need it now.
Give it to me.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fucking get her fucked up at her request and then fucking, you
Yeah,
know,
fuck her.
if she's not too fucked up,
At her request.
then yeah.
Well, this is in what year, too?
This was 2000, after 2010, 2000 something.
So you were 13?
Yes. Yes, I was.
Alright, so... Sorry, I got distracted with your 12-year-old age there.
Somehow drinking and going downtown to do some blow.
Now, but you've never done blow, you said, right?
Nope.
You've never touched it other than handing it over to somebody, paying for it, and you drugged up a girl and had sex with her.
No, I didn't.
And today it would have been said that you got a girl drugged up.
Wow, that would be real.
I didn't.
And had sex with her.
It didn't get that far.
Oh, because you couldn't get it up?
No, because there was no cocaine.
Oh.
What did she need the cocaine for?
She liked the cocaine.
But she was fucked. No, you offered the cocaine.
Cause she liked the cocaine. I remember hanging out with her fucking years before. How her and her fucking other friend, who's a
But you're using it as a ploy. You're using it as a way to get in the pen. Like, oh, I know what'll get her motor running.
Yeah, kind of.
Cause she likes. And
Cocaine.
Exactly. So you're planning on drugging this woman to have sex with her, right?
No, it's at her request. I'm like,
So
she said.
inappropriate.
Yeah, she said like.
Well,
fuck
this
me
is a
up.
completely inappropriate podcast.
It is. Was it her money or yours that was gonna be used?
Well, it was gonna be hers. I was gonna fucking.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, it was. No, the idea was that.
No, I didn't have a job at the time either. I was.
No, the
She could buy the
idea.
drinks too.
The idea was that somebody was gonna have fucking cocaine on them. It was either gonna be on somebody or on the table, which it usually was just on the table.
Anyway, let's move past the cocaine.
Or lack thereof.
Or lack thereof. So you got this woman so drunk she couldn't walk.
No, she could walk. She
couldn't
wasn't even
see,
fucking drunk.
She didn't remember who she was.
She wasn't
She
even
takes
drunk.
you back to Rob's room.
No, we go over to Rob's and then fucking she sees how everyone fucking loves me and we're all pretty fucking tight, blah blah blah. And then these girls come in and I'm like, cause Rob and them, they're like, hey, let's get these girls over, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh my god, I think I know. I'm like, cause I always bring the prettiest girls, so I'm like, well, they're gonna bring more girls, and that's gonna distract them from the one I brought. So I'm like, great. Well, these fucking girls were about at my weight, and I'm like,
Ouch.
damn it.
Which is so weird. Just so you have no problem with the girl, or you have all these problems with the girl judging you for your weight.
I don't.
No, you're fine with it.
Yeah.
Judge not, because judge not lest you be judged, Frank. But you're judging
Okay.
all these women for being your size. Is what
No, I'm not judging
He's
them.
trying.
I'm saying
saying.
I'm saying they were more likely focused on the girl I brought.
Right,
She-
they were not acting as the proper eye candy.
Yeah.
You needed more distractions because you were gonna lose your girl.
Yeah.
Because there were too many Mr. Steal Your Girls in the room.
Yeah.
Okay. Every reference I can, alright?
Every last one, dude.
You gotta appeal to a wide array of audience members, man. We reach the world. Indonesia, we got a dedicated you, whoever you are. Write in, man. I'm gonna send you a hat. Or girl, or whatever you identify as. It's 2020, I don't know what to say.
Dude, don't
Person.
worry about it.
Individual.
The more you worry about it, the less inappropriate this place becomes.
Let's see, let's figure out, why do I try? Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I really try not to worry too much about what we're saying on here, but sometimes it's just funny.
So, they were no
So
longer
then-
the eye candy aversion that you were hoping for.
Yeah.
No more diversion. It's you and a lot of other people
Wait,
and
no.
one good chick.
Is this this isn't the story I thought it was.
No, it's the same story I told.
I feel like I'm hearing two different stories come together into this one story.
Really?
Continue. Just continue. We
Okay.
gotta get to the end of this, man.
So then I'm over here. I'm like, fuck.
Please
we gotta
let it end
fucking
already.
wrap this up so I can fucking fuck her later. Away from these guys. And yeah, and luckily they were talking about going to some other chick's fucking party, and I'm like, great. And it hit me. No, she's gonna want to follow too. I'm like, fuck. What?
Nothing. Continue.
Okay. So then, so then one of the girls that walks in is all like like, hey Rob, I'll show you my tits if you show me your dick. And he's like, okay. So then the chick fucking shows him her boobs, right? And he's like, oh fuck, now I gotta whip it out. So we're all fucking laughing at him like, ha ha. Fucking.
But everybody's all drooling, staring at his crotch.
No. And then he whips it out, and it's all fucking like a fucking sausage, like a fucking wet fucking rope.
Wet noodle.
Yeah, like. And we're like, haha, and he's like, no wait, I can get up. Hold
Hey,
up.
that's intimidating in front of other guys. I had no trouble in front of 2 girls, but when I was going at it with another girl with my buddy, it was so difficult. I could not stay hard the entire fucking time. It was very difficult. But when it was me and 2 girls, it was like ramrod straight. It was the first and only time I was ever able to go again. Like 5 minutes later, like I came and then they were still kind of going at it. So I was like, fuck this, made it fucking work again. I fucking got that shit going for a round 2. It was a good, my best performance. That's why it's forever there. It's so good. Thank you. Sorry.
Well,
I had to be weird about it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I should have done
Continue.
that, but I like for my fucking brethren to play with my toys. So, where am I? Yeah, so then the chick...
Wet noodle, whipping.
Wet lasso and...
Yeah, so then...
lassoing things with your dick.
yeah, so then Rob puts it back in
so
the pants.
big, even when it's soft, that it's that pliable. That's impressive shit, man.
But yeah, Rob puts it back in his pants, and he's like, wait, I can make this work. And then the chick I brought over was all like, well, let me help you. And she fucking puts her hand in his pants, and I'm like, hey!
What about you?
Where the fuck was this energy from earlier? And she's like, I'm going home with you. And she's over here fucking stroking the guy, and then he whips it out.
She just needed more dick. She didn't just want to get fucked once. She wanted to get fucked all night.
Like, she was fucking hungry.
Yeah.
She was starving.
Well,
She had thirst.
it was hungry back then, now you're thirsty. It's like, yes.
Well, she was dick hungry. She devoured both her dicks. But anyways.
From both ends? I think is what we
I
established.
don't do rusty trombones.
No. You put
Spit roasting.
spit
Oh,
roast.
yeah.
Yeah. Because you said this is the Eiffel Tower story.
Yeah, Eiffel Tower.
Yeah. Okay. Good. You weren't conflating 2 stories then, because there's a much worse story about a group of your Marine buddies and a fucking girl in a bedroom.
Yeah.
Was that the barracks by any chance?
What?
Was that the barracks?
Yeah, it was the barracks, but
Oh
this was
my God.
2-4.
That's all for live, guys. There's that story for you. Find that one on Instagram, everybody.
Everyone has a barracks story or
Okay, so you'll tell yours when I'm done with this. I'm about to wrap up. So then, what happened? Yeah,
wait,
so then,
Wait, there's more to the story.
yeah, so then Rob's fucking, or at least thinks he's hard, and he whips it out again, and it's a fucking wet noodle again, and we're all fucking giving him shit, like, haha, you can't get it up.
Well, that's not gonna help you, asshole. Wait, what do you mean we're all? How many of you are here?
It was 2 chicks, the one I brought, so 3 chicks, and then it was,
You, Rob.
and then it was this one biker guy, this fucking other guy, and Rob,
So this is
and myself.
The entire party is party to this party.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
all 7 of them.
See, of course, you can't give Rob too much shit in this situation, dude. It doesn't sound like you were quick to whip out yourself.
No, cause I was waiting.
Wet noodling it too.
No, I was waiting for my fucking time to fucking shine. You know, cause I was like, if I'm gonna share, I'm gonna get some of this first. That was my mentality, which is exactly what happened. But what happened? So yeah, we're giving him shit, and he's like, "Ah, fuck, I can't get it up." So he's like, "Hold up," and he goes over to his room, to the bathroom, in his room, fucking comes back, and then he's still fucking playing with it, like fucking can't get it hard, and fucking this one guy's still giving him shit. So the girl I brought over, she's like, "Hey, can I use your restroom?" And he's like, "They fucking learned this from me." Fucking,
Go to the restroom.
I taught them well. No, because he has
girls in the restroom all the time
no,
at parties, man.
because he has a restroom
Never
like
wait to get
fucking
home.
right there, easily accessible, and then he has a private one in his bathroom.
Yeah.
So instead of sending her to his fucking...
Oh, no, I've got a private one over here.
Yeah!
Of course.
And I'm like,
of course
you motherfucker! So then I'm like, yeah, whatever.
It's
fucking,
the Queen's treatment.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever, if I'm gonna hit, if we're gonna share, I'm gonna hit that first. I'm gonna go over, and then I'm keeping an eye on Rob. Like, I'm in the conversation, but I'm keeping an eye on Rob. I see Rob go over to his room, so then I move a bit so I can keep an eye on him, and he's on his bed playing with his dick, right? and then the fat chick is all like, yeah, you're not getting any. I'm like, the fuck I'm not? And I see Rob just fucking get up, the quickest he's ever fucking gotten up. I'm like, this motherfucker! So then I bolt in, right, and I see this chick with her fucking chest to the fucking wall, and her pants all the way down, and Rob with his dick in his hand, and she tells me, she's like, I just wanted to pee! And I'm like, motherfucker!
Sounds like rape.
I'm like, motherfucker!
I just wanted to pee, Jesus Christ!
I'm like, motherfucker, if I'm sharing, I'm hitting it first. So then I close the door behind me, and then we fucking go at it. And then as the fucking
Wait, where did Rob go? When you just push him out of the way?
No, I closed the door behind me, and this guy was kicking me out. He's like, no, it's gonna be awkward. I'm like, fuck you. So yeah, as the position will fucking tell you, it was the girl fucking bent over, Rob in the fucking mouth, me behind, and then our fucking palms touching.
Why did you decide to touch palms just to say you Eiffel Tower?
Because
I just don't
your
understand.
boy Rafiki Harambe.
There's no instinct in which I think I'm going to throw my hands up and patty cake my buddy while we're spit roasting this chick.
Because your boy Rafiki Harambe, I'll tell you who that is off mic, fucking has always wanted.
Does he know Rafiki?
Has always wanted to fucking have a threesome with me, and ever since I brought up Eiffel Tower, he's been wanting to do an Eiffel Tower with me.
It's not a pretty picture.
Yeah, because bromance or whatever gay shit he fucking believes in.
Oh my god.
So I did that just to fucking, as a fuck you to him.
That's so crazy. As a fuck, yeah. You held hands with another guy.
We were holding hands. We were just touching palms. Holding hands means your crossed fingers.
You were like window lovers in prison.
Or like mines.
You guys are so gay.
Yeah, how gay the Marine Corps is, dude? Like, any idea how gay the Marine Corps is?
No, please, let me know.
Let's start.
About as gay as that haircut, I'd say.
This is a fine coif, good sir.
I know, this coming from the guy with the man bun. I can't say too fucking much.
So, welcome to boot camp. You gotta get naked with 80 other dudes and go have a shower. You have 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You see a lot of dick and it happens real fast. After about, I don't know, 2 days of that, you're like, fuck it. I'm in here. I'm just gonna get showered and dressed. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
You see so much dick, it doesn't even faze you. There was a dude who
I saw so much black dick in boot camp, I'm like, goddamn.
And sometimes you're like, huh, they are lying all the time on Instagram. But then later on, like Halloween. Halloween in the barracks was always retarded because there's always one dude, possibly more, that has a sock as his entire costume is just a sock.
Why is that a thing?
I don't know.
It's the first time their bodies have ever been chiseled. Anyway, hold on. This is the Bipublitarian, who's the only person that joined us here. Surprised you stuck around at all, man. Alright, take it easy. I had a little special Instagram live moment there for people. If y'all catch it, fucker. Anyway.
If not, it'll always show up later on his Instagram story. If that's how Insta works, right?
I think I'd have to save it to the story. I said, oh look, talking about Quaden. Here. This is little Quaden. Oh shit, my headphones are connected, so y'all can't hear me. Here. He's just doing this. Hello, okay, good.
Flexing.
But you see what I mean? He's always decked out in like he's got, anyway, fuck, I can't, that's not.
That shit looked like it was 5 years old.
Yeah,
Tiny.
he's 9. He's something like 9 right
Yeah,
now. But when he came out, they were saying that he was,
he's actually 18.
They thought he was actually
scamming everyone.
Because if you went a few months back in his Instagram, there was a picture of him standing next to a big number 18 lit up like it was an 18th birthday. But it's him and like several people in the fucking picture, and there's obviously one kid that looks like he just turned 18 in the fucking picture, you know?
So it was that other guy that was 18, and
This is
everyone
good.
thought it was the midget.
It was his cousin, yeah. But everybody was like, oh, this is all a scam. Brad Williams is getting scammed, and Hugh Jackman is getting scammed. All
Oh
this.
my god.
Like, you don't think these people have like publicists that do the research before they go public with this shit? They're not stupid.
Yeah, Brad Williams was. He kept reminding people that he has a team behind the whole fucking charity thing, that he's gonna make sure, and even promised that the money was gonna go to a good cause.
Yeah, that would work.
So yeah, what the fuck are we talking about?
What? Fucking William was talking about fucking being gay in the barracks.
Oh, and the sock. The sock for your Halloween part of
Did
the
you have
costume.
did you have any gay experiences in the Marines? You
Uh,
know what's funny? I was looking up questions online, just random questions to add like that, and it's for some reason that was on there about gay.
Have you ever had any gay
No,
experience?
it was specifically were you raped when you were in the service? Like, why would you ask that in that fashion in the first place? I'd much rather ask. Did
Because
you have
it's a
any
statistic.
Did you have sexual experiences?
Oh, I had plenty of sexual experiences, but with a guy,
No tongue buddy experience?
not that I know. I do remember one time I was like fully, completely dressed, and I woke up on a Saturday, and I was like, huh, I wonder why all my clothes. Oh, that's right, I was drinking like a motherfucker last night, and I decided it was time to go to bed. Apparently, drunk me didn't think, yeah, I'm gonna go down on my skivvies and just go to bed like normal. I just passed the fuck out on my own rack. Then I woke up and I was like, fuck, I'm hungry. This other dude, he's like, hey, you got a car, we're gonna go roll out. And he starts trying to tell me that we had something going on last night, and I was like, no, I'm pretty sure that did not happen because, what? Exactly. He actually wanted to tell me that I had boned him the night before.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Sounds like it happened and you just blacked out.
But that's the thing.
Sounds like he's gay
If
for
I'm
you.
black, yeah, it did sound like he was gay.
Yeah, and he saw a window of opportunity.
But at the
Well,
same
how's
time,
that
I'm
gonna
sitting
work?
there going,
What's he
that
gonna-
doesn't work because I don't get hard
So
for
he's-
that.
Well, maybe you did then.
That one time!
Hey, biology doesn't make sense, man. If you got testosterone running at the same time, you got some fucking all whacked out because of too much alcohol in your system, fucking with your
Yeah, but
your chemical structure.
whiskey dick is a thing.
Yeah.
True. So is that your argument, or
It's
because it
either
sounded
I
like
had,
you
it's either I had like asshole relations with this other guy.
I mean, did it have to be in the bear? Maybe it was like up against the wall outdoors.
Maybe.
I
But
think you're gay.
one,
man.
there's no video
I
evidence,
think
so
you're
I don't
gay.
believe it happened. Two, my dick was clean and there wasn't any shower evidence in there, so I don't remember any of this. Or he had a really.
How'd you
clean
have a
butthole.
clean dick but no shower evidence? What is shower evidence?
The shower
It's a
wasn't
clean
wet.
dick, isn't it?
Like, okay, so when you
Oh,
have
the
the
shower
barracks,
wasn't wet, is what you're saying.
yeah, the barracks is like, well, you have to squeegee everything out for inspections. You remember that crap?
Yeah.
And you have to have it like so clean.
You don't
It
think you-
smells like bleach everywhere. It's
You
fucking retarded.
But you don't think he licked you clean?
No, actually, that doesn't cross my mind.
No,
You gotta
because
cross my mind.
at least in my experience, if they blow you enough, sometimes like you'll get like a whiff of their breath on your dick.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Man, you have been with some nasty chicks.
You
Oh,
have
You
been with
smell
some
like a nasty
nasty
person.
chicks.
But-
This whole episode is unairable. There's so much there that's just
At least not going on YouTube. It can go on whatever podcast you
Yeah,
want.
this might be a BitChute exclusive.
Yeah, but he tried to tell me that I had fucked him, and I was like, that's not possible. But you believe you.
What the hell, the
You think
gaslighting
you.
situation? Like, that's a hard gaslighting, man. Like,
I don't
How
even
is-
know how he thought it would work out. I don't. But
sounds like.
it was Denny's, so I had pancakes and I walked out.
Wait, what? What? Denny's?
Yeah.
How did Denny's come into play here?
Well, you completely glossed over the fact that I was hungry.
Yeah.
So I went to go get food, and this fucker grabbed my attention and rolled with.
Yeah. Huh.
So that's how Denny's happened, because I was hungry.
Did he put his hand in your leg on the way?
No.
And
we
so-
were on opposite sides of the
So
table.
no other communication after this exchange?
No.
Where did this? What
Nope.
was the communication before this exchange?
We were in the same squad, so we were living like 2 doors away from each other.
And that's it. You just cut each other's eyes.
Apparently, like we caught each other's eyes, and he was like, "Oh my god."
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. Yeah.
Kind of like you and the chick. The chick was like, I must have the dick. That was what he was thinking.
No, he was thinking, I've had the dick.
If that was real, I don't know how that would be real, but if that was real, that was magnificent how he pulled it off, and there's no evidence anywhere.
Maybe he just had a wet dream, with a very vivid wet dream with you.
It's possible he could have had a wet dream. Shit,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's the only logical thing I can think of. That, or like, you know, some brain damage because he's a fucking Marine.
The brain damage is probable. Very, very probable.
So what's the worst injury you fucking... Did you suffer any injuries while you were over there?
I fell off a building at one point.
What the fuck? Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
How high?
2 stories?
2 stories? That's not that high.
No.
No.
I mean, most stories are not taller than 2 stories.
Most people would survive that.
Yeah. Unless you land on your
now
face.
you're saying 2 stories. Were you on the roof of the second story?
On the
or?
roof of the second story.
Oh, that's a little taller.
Yeah.
That's a little higher. That's a little, I was going to say, because I've fallen off the roof. That's no big deal. That's 1 story.
Yeah, it's only 10 or 12 feet.
No big deal. 25
Yeah, it
is a little higher.
20-something-ish feet up there, and I was like, oh, fucking ah! But when I landed on my back.
Ooh.
I also had, you know, the Kevlar, the body armor, all that other fun shit. And I had a backpack on that was full of other stuff.
So that cushion that blow to your head anyway.
Yes.
You're still getting rocked. You're getting punched by the earth.
Yeah.
in the
your
back of the head, in the back, yeah. Like so, automatically wind knocked out of you.
Oh, easily. And
How
my
long
water
before-
was back there too, so my entire, you remember the camelbacks?
Yeah.
Oh, those are
The
great.
entire
I got 2 of them.
camelback just fucking exploded.
Oh, that's
And I was like,
oh, but that's awesome. That's a great airbag.
Ah, you get after me.
I accidentally put my finger in the button. And
how
told me
dare
to-
you touching a girl like that?
Sorry, what? I got lost in a memory.
Is that an Apple Watch?
No, it's an iWatch.
Isn't it the same thing?
I don't know. I get so annoyed when people do that to me. I just had to do it to you. Because I asked somebody, is that a Nike watch? They're like, no, it's an Apple Watch. I'm like, well, oh, because there is a distinction there. But yeah, yeah, I get it. All right. Anyway, yes, it is. I thought you had one. Must have just been Rob.
Yeah, just Rob.
Yes. Who blew me off, by the way. I'm so happy this is the shit on Rob episode. Because Rob fucking, me and him were going back and forth, because we both have sobriety issues that we struggle with. And so when
As you do.
I guess he got embarrassed and stopped responding to my challenges on the Nike watch. Because one day he calls me, hey, faggot, you ready to go drinking? That's like, it's 9 o'clock and I'm looking at
in
my
the
wife.
morning or at night?
At night.
Oh, it's like in the morning, sure. You have a problem.
You know, it's like 8:30.
Or it's weekend at the barracks, 9 a.m., let's do it.
Actually, at 9 is a good time for me to drink. 9 a.m. is a good time for me to drink.
Because you have the whole day to sober up.
Yeah, I drink hard till noon and then sleep till 3 and then I'm good to go in the afternoon. That only works on a Friday or Saturday when I don't have work. Which doesn't really work anymore because I work all the fucking time. I lost my train of thought. William, somebody help me out.
You were shitting on Rob.
Yeah.
So shitting on Rob because Rob stopped responding to me after that. And I was like, hey man, I'm gonna hit you up for a challenge, and then he didn't respond to me because then he went into.
Because he called you at 9 to go drink.
Oh yeah, hey,
And you look
do
at
you
your
know
wife.
do you know who you're asking? Oh yeah, I was looking at my wife and saw my son. It's like I'm not really. I mean, do you know who you're talking to? Because I could tell it wasn't who he thought he was talking to. Like. It's my tocayo. It's my namesake. For those of you not Spanish-speaking people, it's my namesake, Rob, my cousin, or whoever the fuck you mentioned. Let's go drinking, faggot. I'm like, well, I'm Anthony Robert, but this is Tony, man. I'm Tony from Tony. Yeah, from Mercedes. Like, oh, I didn't recognize your voice at first, but now I recognize it. Sorry, man. It's like, no problem, man. Go do you. Have fun. Be safe. Later. Because I don't give people shit about drinking or relapsing or shit. Like, I'm just as susceptible to shit as anybody else. Like, so if you're gonna, I just say get out of your system if you can. You know, try not to make it too big a habit. But if you're gonna do it safe. That's all you should do in any fucking part of your life.
It's a very libertarian viewpoint, if you think about it.
I don't know. Frank keeps telling me I'm a libertarian. I think
There's a
right? Is that the
libertarian
consensus?
in there somewhere.
It's screaming to get out.
But I'm a conservative libertarian, fiscally conservative, socially libertarian.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Or at least a classical liberal, somewhere in there. Because I mean, I'm very, very weak in my political arguments. I don't really care. Leave me the fuck alone. Just let me have my guns. I don't give a shit. I want the gay dudes to marry, adopt, and sell weed so they can buy a machine gun. That's what I want. And I don't give a good goddamn.
No, you want the gay dudes to be able to adopt and have machine guns to protect their
Crop.
Yeah, that's...
That'll work too. I mean, you gotta protect your investment somehow, but you have to have the capital to have the protection for the investment.
Well, whatever, man. We posted that a long time ago. You bit that from us. Fuck our nuts.
My point still stands. I don't
Yes,
care what the
that's
hell
not
you
it.
do. Just go ahead and do you, but leave me the fuck out of it.
Is
If
that
it doesn't
you?
involve me, I don't care.
Egalitarianism, isn't it?
I think so. No, that's
Let everybody fucking
That's libertarianism.
do their shit. You know?
let everyone do their thing and on their own merits.
Yeah, on their own merits is an important thing. Because when you're not earning shit, like, if there's somebody that wants to earn on your behalf because you're incapable of it, then that's one thing. But
Like if you're an invalid, but you're still mentally capable.
right, but what happens when the parents pass away and they can no longer take care of the quote-unquote invalid, and the
Well,
invalid
it
is
used to
left...
be that you just kind of went out to the woods and said, "Good luck, Timmy," and you fucking ran away. And then Timmy died, and you didn't give a shit anymore because he was no longer your problem.
So is the idea that if you're supporting a third person, should you have any government breaks there? If they're past like the age of 18, you've done everything you can, but the state says that they can't legally live on their own, they have to be taken care of by a
Legally
provider.
or capably live on their own.
Capably, they can't. They aren't. In my opinion, I think there's a difference because there's plenty of people that are they're taken for granted, and they are much more capable than people allow them to be. Therefore, they themselves end up holding themselves back much more than they should.
Right. That's a strong argument against systemic welfare.
Right. Well,
Because if they stay on welfare for too long, then they don't allow themselves to go out and
Yeah,
try.
they become-
well, right. Like in my
That's why they say don't feed the bears if you're in a park, but at the same time they're championing welfare for having the largest amount of families on the welfare system.
Yeah.
It's completely separate sides of the same spectrum. Don't feed the bears because then they won't hunt for themselves, but at the same time now we have these hundreds of millions of people.
yeah, you got people pushing on both sides of the door.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. I had a train of thought there, but you brought in bears, and now all I can think of is fucking bears.
You're thinking of Yogi with his picnic basket, ain't you?
No, but my sister's got that in my head because she's been saying boo boo all fucking weekend.
Hey, boo boo.
Hey, boo boo. It's time to steal another picnic basket.
I don't know, Yogi.
Gee, Ranger Ned won't like that.
That ranger don't give a shit,
Rangers don't give a fuck.
especially not in Brickleberry, where he's raising a bear.
Brickleberry. Jesus.
Everywhere
Okay,
else is
somebody focus
Brickleberry.
here. We're talking about, so,
If you want to go really far back, we're
no,
still
like,
shooting
so,
off.
hold on. So, I'm down for helping people out as long as they're putting into the system for a designated amount of time. Like, you don't get life insurance if you don't pay for life insurance. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if you have somebody that's willing to, like, okay, you decided you're going to raise this kid who has this particular disability that's not going to allow them to... But then again, if that's not the situation, then you're advocating for euthanasia of children, because they're born in that situation, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because what's the argument? I mean, either we take care of them or we don't take care of them. It literally is life or death. We're choosing to help them live or just let them die.
Right.
And in a lot of situations, it's not it's not
a choice that they
Yeah,
have
it's not a
because
choice
they are
they
not
have.
capable of making that choice either for themselves, like if they're actually an invalid,
right.
or
See, the biggest problem is that having children is a free thing. Like, you can just have a kid.
you can't. You have to pay the shit out of it.
Well, no.
You know that more than I do.
He's saying it's easy to have a kid. That's all you have to do.
If you,
Oh, yeah, like you can accidentally
two
make a kid, but you
15-year
can't accidentally make a pizza or some shit.
two 15-year-olds can accidentally get knocked up this weekend. and have to support it.
Knowing
But
the statistics, it's probably gonna happen.
especially here.
Yeah.
So the parents both kick them out. These are 2 kids, homeless, that have nothing to support a kid with.
But
And the kids
as
born as an
adults,
invalid.
because they have children, they are now adults in the eyes of the law, and they can get a job wherever the fuck they can.
But who's gonna hire 2 15-year-olds at any job wherever the fuck they can?
Pretty sure Sonic does stuff like that.
Sonic does do stuff like that. You see it. All I see is 14, 15-year-old pregnant girls there working.
Or
Sonic and the stars here.
yeah, stars.
Stars. The poor man's Sonic. What do you call that?
Valley Sonic.
Valley Sonic. Yeah, got fucking better food though. It's a little dirtier kitchen, so you get a little extra grease and salt on shit.
A little extra flavor.
Hell yeah! Fuck yeah!
They
Pregnancy
haven't
hormones.
actually done the good wipe down as required by certain food standards.
And when they do, you get that
1955.
little Clorox taste to it in the back of your throat. That's what makes it good.
I thought that's what you knew you were eating clean food.
No, that's when you know you're eating overly clean, disinfected areas. Anyway, so this has been 45 minutes of pure bullshit, you guys.
I like it.
It's been fun. Frank, how you doing? You came in late to this episode. You missed
I
the
did.
first 20 minutes. We've got a whole special little side thing. Maybe we'll throw that up on I don't know. Eventually, whenever Frank decides to not show up again. She has a family reunion or some shit. I still think that video is from like 3 years ago. You just made it up. You inserted like voiceover. You're gonna listen to my podcast. It was really my YouTube channel, and you just voiced over it because you've had that old YouTube channel you never did shit with too. You want to let people know about that?
Well, I haven't done shit with it. Like I don't know.
All right, great. So this has been the Completely Inappropriate Podcast, everybody. I have been Tony, and this has been
Frank.
Frank. Hold on before we do that. Where can they find us? Let's wrap this shit up.
You can find us in the Twitterverse under Completely Inapp with 1P. You can find us on Instagram under CI Podcast. You can find us on Facebook and YouTube and BitChute under Completely Inappropriate Podcast. You can also email us with your questions, comments, concerns at completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com.
That's pretty much fucking it, people. This went way too off the rails the entire time. I have no idea what the fuck we talked about.
Well,
we talked what
at
did we
one
talk-
point
Will,
we
what
did
did
talk about rails.
Yeah,
We talked about rails?
fucking mostly
Oh,
spoke my
Tunnel buddies.
Yeah. Menage a trois.
Alright, so we got into sex, then we got into Will's marineries.
Mm-hmm.
And
A little bit of a barracks gayness.
Garrix. Gayics. Gay times in the barracks.
Yeah.
Alright,
Having a sock. Having a
that's
sock is wonderful.
I
Because
guess.
you are not naked.
Alright. Fuckers, just find your happy. Let's wrap this up. Find your happy, Frank.
Be excellent to each other.
Will.
Take it easy.
Goodbye.